I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Kuka. But when I close my eyes... Only I don't know how. I wish you were here. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. All done?
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Oh, same old. So, it was luck, and luck alone. But now... Thank you. Quick look.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Now, no drama from that. Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A baker, loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers. I'm at a...
I'll see what I can...
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Ready, go? Run like the wind. Time to fight. Straight home now.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me, but now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Focus on the job at hand. Think about what you can do right now.
What use is proofing loaves when... Wait. Perhaps the solution has been in the bakery all along. You've opened my eyes. Thank you, friend, and fare thee well.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater. Why? No fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're on to something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. I don't know how you did it. Now,
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tailor are all but worthless.
We haven't much, but you're free to look. I trust it's all here. Ah, yes. Could never have too many. Yeah, that'll fetch a good price. Here's what we agreed on. Could never have too many. Here's what we agreed on. Yeah, that'll fetch a good price. Could never have too many. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking.
All right.
Hello, sit. Take a seat where you like.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
You right, Sid?
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures.
Oh, I heard the rumours, mind.
All right. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious...
No, but I've heard something.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's was out, ran back here.
I see. Seems Lawbert. This is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some Black Shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy. And it would appear the pack has finally damn it all. And bite back.
I'm sorry. Who did the Black Shield serve now?
Because I want him.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I was a member of the judiciary once. And I saw more, and through...
So what?
I discovered I was a fool to think a means of ridding his response, however. And he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. The fate. So I tracked down but the man, him, with money, and so I came...
And?
Of course. Seen faultless our wounds. We know where he hides. What we did...
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move again. My friends and comrades...
I'm not going to change his mind.
What can I interest you in today? Here's what we agreed on. Could never have too many. I hope it's to your liking.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Thanks to Sid.
Thank you, Clive.
The nobleman who visited. Was that?
How good it is to see you, Clive. I have said it. His store. Fare you well, Clive. Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? Were you aware... But what of the twins themselves? Yes. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. the door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Thanks to Sid.
What do you need? What's Ffxvi, do you? Anything else?
I went up to give some breeze.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Blackthorn,
Hell with it.
It's for me.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise. Go on then. What is...
She said you...
Kriegers. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, and I'll need help. Get Gavin in here, will you?
Right. So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that, which is where you lot come in. I need material. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in.
Well, one of us should probably give you an anchor.
And the other can go and get...
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. You going after which one of these two?
Otto.
All right, then. Where do we find this starter?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. There's the Black...
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right.
You two take care, eh?
Just don't let the bastard fleece you.
He wouldn't do that.
That's the...
Thanks to Sid. Thank you, Clive.
Master Lubo says Drake's...
Our hero returns. That was your doing, was it not? As for me... my ears are always open.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto? Otto.
Oh, I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this... Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with this... It's just lying here, waiting for any old...
But unlike any old fool.
Well spotted.
So this is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't... Here, Clive. Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, the way you've carried on. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy. But 5 years on. So thanks for proving.
You weren't, Robert. I changed. Thanks to Sid. And if you hadn't, I couldn't have done any of...
Don't give over. You're making me... All I did was choose hope over... You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts, just like the others. About time I was at all this scrabbling about in the sand.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then.
Oh, but I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black...
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again some.
I'll make a start on putting this firm up. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on...
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be getting...
Give us a shot.
If I don't come up with something soon...
You'll be pleased to hear that
Excellent.
So,
The helm, for this, will be
salvage from the ruins.
Ah, but we don't...
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Oh, Sid, is this...
Yes.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the... Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone, in other words, the reactor would... This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and not only that, they're also waterproof and, why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear...
You can stop there. Mid said we... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here soon. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and take...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Finished.
The things I do...
Sid!
You shouldn't have...
Indeed.
All right.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop. But those things will still be which is why you need a prism for the dragon's breath that's... I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I...
Tones? I've got all the details. Can you take this?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any...
Hippocrates. For you, Clark? Well, actually, it's... Could you take a look at... What? She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, as you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, and yet we have made...
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their cuffs.
So if we could...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. I shall speak to them, and if you would be so kind as to procure the knowledge of the path...
Thank you, and since you're...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
The other can assist me in researching how better...
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill...
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove So, Clive, who will accompany you?
All right, so...
I have taken the liberty...
Garlic? Are you sure this looks like the ingredients?
Though these items may seem mundane, so much so in now, of course.
Well, I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way.
All right.
I'll see you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Where's Talia?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I won't have
these.
you spot.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place. But if time is of the essence...
All right.
Let's see now. Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Welcome, welcome. Come back again.
What do you want? If that's what you want. Good riddance.
There's talk. How the hell is anyone supposed to...
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I hope it's to your liking.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh cuts. Come and get them. Come. You'll not find a bruised pippin in...
Well, did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and peppy. We should get this back to Tom. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Do you know, I think this is the very... In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you have...
Well, it seemed long overdue.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here.
I'll ask Karen when we get... What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, and just like today, I came away empty-handed. Has it really been? I remember... Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. Thank you.
For what?
For everything.
Do you think I'd stick around? But in the spirit... You're appreciated too. Well, I think I ought to get these ingredients back to... I'll meet you back at the hideaway.
All right.
I heard you the...
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to do?
You cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Trouble with the ledgers. What could be wrong with Torgor? Hopefully it's... Black...
Not really, no.
This won't take... I just wanted to ask that you might still be doubting your craft. Even after perhaps sharing your thoughts.
But still, you've got a keen eye. It's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. And the metal itself wasn't anything to write. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that.
So that's what...
No. They're not troubling me exactly. More...
And if you knew how to, we could arm the curse break.
That's about...
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords or... And we can't have our master blacksmith.
You're a soft... But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows. I got your note. You think something's wrong?
So you can read. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled bread. I didn't like him. Which is why I'm of him. You've not been working him too hard.
No harder than you. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the laws must...
Then maybe this all has something to do.
I suppose things happen different. Perhaps Hippocrates knows.
Instead of everything.
You're looking...
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you shot.
Running around after it?
I suppose I am, yes.
Little one. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and which made it nice. And
can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who... Suppose you're not likely to go. Fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. And he's got more money than sense, which is... Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dal...
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he...
I appreciate that. Lawsman.
He isn't ill.
I don't think so. But according to Lady, she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to... And I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. If we assume that his newfound it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing, frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelope...
I don't recall ever seeing...
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such... The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about.
Even so.
Good hunting.
Mick told me she was building a ship.
Really?
Clive.
That's why I'm...
Shh. What don't we... A little. Listen. I've some... And it's... Maybe... Sadly, that square... I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help
Be late.
There you are! What's...
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight, you get Clive to come to you. You know, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well?
Oh, just Martha.
We owe 3 of our most trusted...
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well...
Those lads...
We have that much to hand?
No, we don't. And after the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves... Besides, we'll need to...
All right. But is there anything I...
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth little something Sid and I set us. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies.
I'm sure they will.
But you know how it is with this place. Or...
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because... You'd rather...
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
Mid might need some help.
Well...
Let's hear it.
Well, lovely bit. Problem, which is... Proper...
So what exactly do...
Nothing but bomb ash. Gave me a sample she'd umped. You pour the blackest blight water through it. So, I did a bit of reading, and do you know what I found out? It's only the...
I take it that's where...
I saw a billet on that. Would have gone myself, but, well...
All right.
Thank you,
Majesty.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. The wine needs more...
Welcome, welcome. You've a keen eye. I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
There's talk.
Did you hear that? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you. It's all right.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil of talc?
Milady.
Gif. Oh,
Otto asked to settle and...
I thought you might tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me enough. My contribution to the restoration effort.
You once told me, Sid... I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's.
Otto is... I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
Otto had us.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Clive.
I wasn't but it seems we still, and though I doubt it.
A star is worth at least twice what you owe me.
Think of the difference.
Interest? If word got out, I charged that much. Anyway, why are you a bit much sending the Lord Marquis?
Something like that. Most days.
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle, and they probably knew that without Sid may have been the face of the hideaway. And when Sid passed away, we were...
His death was...
But he did... I reckon what he... And don't we all? That...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us. Good girl.
Faster!
Certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your app. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Hang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
My reputation will be...
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be
Please. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of...
Radim! Get...
Very good. Would you mind stepping?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any...
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see.
I don't suppose a single-edged sword.
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to...
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool to...
I don't suppose you...
I did not. No. Every ill...
And that's where I'm...
I shall...
That will be...
Farewell.
Let's go.
Company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! Ah! This one! Second!
This must be nothing seems to be all right.
I hear I have you to thank. What shall I call?
Wyvern.
A formidable. Well, redeem here.
A few moments of your time.
You're a peculiar.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could...
Oh, Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my... It was made in the outer and is used exclusively, they believe. No Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. There's a brute.
But how do they hide such...
Why, they use whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. But it is the final stone which lends a mineral quite foreign. And that... Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hard. Take this, the very stone of which I spoke, and a fire.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition. I am... too many to count, and is a... Farewell, Wyvern. Radim!
Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what... Sorry for that, but hopefully...
You learned something about...
I did better. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get one hit, and it might not be so bad if all you ever forward. Good luck on the battlefield. You're second up.
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the... But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I walked. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this, and what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Just imagine it. Good Valasthian steel with an edge as sharp. I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse... Just...
I'll be working day... Hey, I owe you one.
You'll be happy to...
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. You come and find me when...
All right.
Clive. What's saying for you, dear? Anything else?
I noticed... So, Molly's that'll teach me for treat. Oh! All right, now we know what you're after. I can...
Speaking of which...
You can, aye. In return...
Oh, it's just a moment.
Is it business or pleasure? Coin purse weighing you down? Is that all?
Ah, were you able...
We were indeed, Lawsman.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill?
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion. The Fenrir of legend, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature.
What do you suggest?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has, in short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should, and that number has only grown. One can but speculate.
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate...
Thank you, Clive.
How's that?
I have it.
You're a gent, right there. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your...
I think Mid might need some help.
So Lady Karen...
Ah, but she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me...
Karen refused...
I hope it wasn't saying.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
Oh.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. Come again. I may have more. Oh, yeah.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Lady Goad tells me, but you prefer the debt...
What debt? I may have tossed a talent, but those were donations.
Of course not. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper.
Oh, fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you... Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile. Might be might be you even know her. A fine continental maid. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
I hear you ended up... I sometimes wonder...
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's out...
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about...
most people.
Martha and the deck. How long did you...
Back at it was Quimpermick. There was the magic one, and there was no height.
Couldn't you and
my family wanted them? I couldn't turn up, and I couldn't for... Luckily, it was him who stood... Him. And he was true to his word. Threw away it. I knew then. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy. bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.